Well, first it was Intel, then it was NVIDIA. Now we got yet another massive manufacturer or company in the computer space that's in the hot water yet again. Let's get into this. Hi everyone, it's your boy Locked back again for more tech news. Hope you have an awesome week so far. Now, came across an article on Tom Harvey recently reiterating an issue or a bait and switch issue that happened to a massive computer manufacturer called NZXT. And if you were watching and following this whole lawsuit back then, way back then, you knew that Gamers Next did a very detailed documentary and with receipts and how they were not taking accountability for these bait and switch tactics. Now, yet again, they're in hot water, this time with the state of California having a RICO lawsuit filed against them for the same bait and switch tactics for their Flex program. Now, they briefly mentioned some of the stuff that Gamers Next has covered, but they went on even further how they're still in the hot water and still trying to fight that lawsuit, even though they were in the wrong. And now this is why this is why I personally don't like to give large companies that keep doing shady tactics my time of day, because if they don't take accountability the first time around, what makes you all think they can take accountability the second and third or the fourth time? In this time, this is the second time around, for as far as I know, the NZXT been in the news for the bait and switch tactics and having some sort of lawsuit against them. Now, maybe you're a fan of NZXT, maybe you're not. I never personally bought any NZXT stuff, but I know their coolers, the AIO coolers, as well as their cases, are very popular. They started trying to ease in the motherboard market, but they're not that massive a motherboard yet compared to other manufacturers. Now, a lot of their Flex program pre-builts contain their NZXT coolers, but they tend to use like bottom of the barrel kind of components from what I've seen over the last couple of years for their pre-built computers. And in addition to that, not having their like bare minimum stuff, they also do the bait and switch tactics, which we've seen several times from not only NZXT but other companies as well. Now, this is why a lot of these companies that keep repeating like repetitive mistakes, pretty much for the same category of issues affecting the consumers or us consumers, and people still giving them money, which I still fail to understand. If someone burn you once, why are you going to have them burn you over and over and over again? Now, I personally, even if I was new to PC building and seen NZXT and they have the most cheapest pricing for all the components I'm trying to get in my system I'm trying to build, if I hear some news like this and the historical data as far as how they always been shady, I am not going to give them any little money I have, whether it's their Flex program or any of their products I have within their pre-builds. That's just me. Maybe I'm crazy, but if a manufacturer has a bad rep more than once in the past, and they get the air out the dirty laundry worldwide, people usually kind of snap into focus and lock in and make sure they boycott or don't give that particular company their money. But here we are a couple of years later. I don't know how long it's been since the first situation with the Flex program, and they're back at it again to their old tricks, and people are still giving them money when they put out products. If you do your research properly for these said companies that have these historical issues with anyway from bad practices to bait and switch situations to overpricing for the brand that Asus is known for, and among other things, but a lot of different categories. And if you still want to give these people your money, I don't even put your foot down. This is a recipe for disaster, because you're leaving yourself open to getting ripped off. Now, they didn't go into much detail. They just kind of layered on what Gamers Nexus talked about, as well as more things what this RICO lawsuit is based for the state of California. And it's the same thing, same game, nothing changed. Looks like their rap from before when they got called out, they didn't make any changes whatsoever because they're back in the news again. Now, y'all let me know in the comments below if you ever use NZXT brands. What's your take on them historically? Have you ever had issues with them? And what is your idea or thoughts on this whole hot water situation? And again, for the same Flex program. Let me know in the comments below. Until then, this is by Locked signing out.